Preston Morrison, and he was talking about the verse in Proverbs that says, as a dog returns to its vomit, so a fool returns to his folly. And after he said that verse and was finished discussing it, he wanted to say, by extension, that means that someone who is wise only makes that mistake one time. And yet, we don't celebrate the wisdom of only making a mistake one time. And that really stuck with me because I am typically very hard on myself, as I've mentioned in previous videos, especially when I make mistakes. And when he said that, I know that there have been things I've only done one time, made a mistake one time in all aspects of life. But I learned from that experience and I haven't done it since. But I've never considered myself wise because of that. And hearing that really made me rethink how I see myself and how I respond to making mistakes or doing something wrong, because truthfully, we live in a world that stigmatizes mistakes. I know I kind of talked about this in my most recent video, but it is true. We live in a world where, in many cases, we only get one mistake, especially with cancel culture. You slip up, you've done it once, and you're done. But we never celebrate when someone makes that mistake and then has the wisdom and teachability to learn from it and not make that mistake again. And we do it all the time in the real world. You touch a stove and you burn yourself, you don't touch that stove again. You pick up a snake, the snake bites you, don't pick up a snake again. Or we use our ingenuity to approach those problems differently. We find out how to, if that's something we have to do, we can then do it safely. If we touch a stove, we wear proper heat protection. Or if we pick up a snake, we wear gloves or use proper tools so that we don't get hurt. And yet we never celebrate the growth of being able to learn from our mistakes. And those are very important because there's a lot of growth that comes in it. So I know I already have a challenge for August, but I want to add this on there too. Take some time to go back and celebrate times you've made a mistake, but you've learned from that mistake. Take some time to pat yourself on the back for having the knowledge and teachability to grow and learn from something that you might have considered a failure. Because there's a lot of wisdom in that, and you are wiser than you think. Because in truth, you are not a product of your failures. You are a product of the challenges that you have overcome. Even if it means you failed it once or twice before. That failure doesn't define you. It's the growth that does. So, I hope this gives you some encouragement for today. It's definitely been something that I've been very inspired by, which is why I'm making this video. So, I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day.